Breda. This is my assignment for question Q. Okay, this is my presentation. I am a master educator, cosmetology instructor. So I chose to do my presentation on hair color. Okay? The topic is hair color. And what is hair color? Hair color is artificial pigmentation. Why would someone want to do hair color, class? Why would someone want to choose a hair color going lighter?
New look.
To look new look. Who else?
Fashion statement.
Fashion statement. And what else?
Cover gray.
To look what?
Cover gray.
To cover gray. Okay? Those are some of the reasons why people would like to choose permanent hair color going lighter. Fashion statement. It's in style. I want a new look. I want to look younger. When can someone do a virgin tint going lighter, class? Anyone? When would someone want to put permanent color on going lighter?
When they want
To
highlights.
lighten their natural hair.
Okay, but when can we do this procedure? When?
When there's no scalp abrasion.
When there is no scalp abrasions or damaged hair. Okay? Now, our objectives are your SMA setup for a color procedure. Client consultation and class?
Record card.
Record card. What is the purpose of the record card?
To make sure that they are not allergic to any of the products you've used on them.
Correct. And to keep a record of any previous color that they've already had. Okay? Today you will be turning this demo and I will be demonstrating this at 12 o'clock. Okay? Any questions so far?
No.
All right. Your theory presentation. This is our theory presentation. Aniline derivative. What is aniline derivative? Aniline derivative.
That's hair color.
Okay, hair color. Hold on a minute. This is assignment Q, and I chose to do my presentation on hair coloring going lighter. I am a master educator, cosmetology instructor. And my presentation will be on permanent hair color, but permanent hair coloring going lighter. What is permanent hair color, class?
Artificial pigmentation.
Artificial pigmentation. Why would someone want to put hair color going lighter permanently on their hair? Why would they want to do that?
For new look.
New look and what
New
else?
styles.
New styles and what else, class? A change of pace. I want to look younger. I want to blend my gray in, okay? I want a different look, okay? And a fashion statement. It's in style, okay? When would I be able to put permanent hair color on someone, class?
When there are no scalp abrasions present and the hair isn't damaged.
Exactly, when there's no scalp abrasions or the hair is extremely damaged. If the hair is extremely damaged, what can I recommend for the client before we do this procedure?
Deep conditioning.
Deep conditioning treatments, okay? And I can recommend this treatment for 2 or 3 weeks and charge it at a cost. Instead of telling the client that I can't do this, I can't give you a color, your hair is too damaged. So instead of having the client leave and go to the next salon, offer a conditioning service, okay? Your objectives today will be your SMA setup. What does SMA mean, class?
Sanitizing maintenance.
Sanitized maintenance area. Your client consultation. And during your client consultation, you will be asking open and closed-end questions. What do you do for a living? Are you a soccer mom? Do you work out? Okay? Are you a stay-at-home mom? Okay? Do you jog? You want to ask these type of questions because the type of answers that the client will give you will let you know what type of color will work best for their lifestyle. Okay? Why must I record everything?
Because unless they have had a allergic reaction to some of the products that you've tried to use on them.
Correct. And what's the other reason?
And also for the same formula.
Same formula. What else?
The volume.
The
how much
volume.
time
We
it
need
took
to
to
know what
process.
volume was used. Was it 10 volume, 20 volume, 30 volume, 40 volume?
The time it
Okay?
takes to process.
And if at all necessary, if the client knows what manufacturer they used before, will help you a lot, okay? And today you will be returning the demo, but you will be doing that after lunch. Any questions so far? No. Okay? This is aniline derivative. What is aniline derivative, class?
Hair color.
Hair color, but what is it? Uncolored dye precursors, which are what? Coal tar. Okay, and some people are allergic to coal tar. So what do we do to determine this?
PD test.
Our PD test, okay?
Predisposition.
Okay, and what does PD mean? Like she said, it's what?
Predisposition.
How long?
24 to 48 hours.
And where do we apply it?
On the inner of the arm or behind the ear.
Or behind the ear. Okay, now if the PD test, when the client comes back within the 24 to 48 hour period for you to analyze it, if it's red or rashy, will you proceed with this procedure?
No.
Okay. Now, red or rash is a positive reaction. Where is it applied? Behind the ear or the inner elbow. Must be recorded on client record card. Okay, are there any questions so far?
If
Go ahead.
the state board comes in and they've had a negative on their thing, but they still have color in their hair, I mean, does that affect you?
No, it does not. Okay?
Do they pay attention on record cards at all?
Do they? Yes, they do. And it depends on what salon, if that salon has gotten write-ups or something like that before. Okay? If a salon has gotten a write-up or any type of situation like that, or if a client has called and said, go see this salon, it's this, it's not clean, it's not that, I don't like their color practices, then the state board might come in and ask for client record cards. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. What are your tools for this procedure?
Shampoo cape, two towels, and
Protective gloves,
Product of choice.
the
product of
dye.
choice. Okay, now, here's one. Is it base cream or protective cream?
Protective.
Where is the protective cream applied?
Around the hairline.
Okay, and how many sections should the hair be parted in for this? 4 sections. Okay, this is a virgin tint going lighter. Where do I start?
In the back.
Okay, but why do I start this procedure in the back? Because it's, no, not most resistant, it's what? It's the darkest, okay? What is my first application?
Half inch away from the scalp through the pores.
Then I do what?
Strand test.
What is the purpose of the strand test?
To see how far the color is developed.
Exactly. Both of you are right. To see how fast the color is developing or to see if it's come up to the level that I want. Okay? What is my second application?
On the ends.
On the end. And this is a 3-step procedure. What is it?
Application.
Application,
Rinse. And
Rinse.
shampoo and conditioner.
shampoo, conditioner. Well, what type of shampoo? Since this is a chemical service, what? Neutralizing shampoo. Okay, are there any questions so far? No. Okay, yes, go ahead.
The second application, isn't it on the scalp? We said through the end.
It's half an inch away from the scalp through the ends. But my second application is at the scalp hair.
Okay.
Do I need to?
We said end.
Okay.
Okay.
Do I need to do another strand test?
You
I
can, but you don't have
Okay. Okay, if I don't want to. All right. Is there any questions so far? No. All right. I also have a slide, and this is Hair Color Fantastic. All right. Choosing the right color for a client. How do we choose the right color for a client, class?
Based on their lifestyle,
Lifestyle.
skin tone,
Skin tone. That's the answer I'm looking for. It's basically skin tone, especially if we're going to do high lift bleaches. If we go too light on the high lift bleaches, what happens to the facial features? They get
drowns them out.
washed. They get washed out. Okay? Excellent. Make sure a PD or a predisposition test is performed before inner hair coloring service. Even if you've had a client for several years What did I tell you to do about that?
Always do a PD test every couple of years because our chemicals tend to change in our body every 7 years.
Correct. See, your body changes. The manufacturers, a lot of times, I've noticed, change the products. Sometimes they will not put on the product new and improved formula. And sometimes even if they do put new and improved formula, the client is allergic to it. Okay? And I've seen that happen before. So every few years, have your client come in on a lunch break, because it doesn't take but a few minutes, mix up a little cover, or either have it ready already, clean the area behind the ear or the inner ear bowl, and then have them come back the next day.
Does that mean that they're going to have a spot from the color on their arm?
Not if it's under the elbow or behind the ear.
Because you're going to have to use the same exact dye, right? For
No, it doesn't necessarily have to be the same exact dye, as long as it's the same manufacturer. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
If I'm going to put a Goldwell color on them, I'm going to use Goldwell. If I'm going to use a Redken color line, I'm going to use a Redken color. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. If I'm going to use a Macariso color line, I'm going to use a Macariso setup. Okay? Yeah. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. What would be my first step? Asking the client open and closed-end questions. What do you do for a living? Do you have children? Do you exercise? Do you want low or no maintenance? That's especially a hard case when we're dealing with the high punky colors that we're using now, like the pinks, the blues, the greens, and especially the burgundies. Okay? That's one of the problems that we have with those type of colors, is that they tend to do what, class? After 1 or 2 shampoos. They fade so easily. Okay? The next step will be choosing the color that is right for the client's skin tone, color, and lifestyle. Always take in consideration the color of the client's eyes. Always take into consideration that. And does the client have an active lifestyle? Because if they have an active lifestyle, what will they be doing all the time?
Sweating.
And shampooing the hair, which will tend to do what? Fade the color. Make the color fade. Because some hair coloring products seem to fade faster than others, yes.
If someone needs to go lighter and they do a lot of swimming, does that tend to turn the bleach that you have bleached the hair a different color?
Yes, it does, because what's in that swimming pool?
Chlorine.
Chlorine. And chlorine is also what? It's also bleach. And sometimes it can make the hair color look dull and ashy. Okay? But they do have products that you can put on the hair. I would recommend putting a deep, heavy conditioner like cholesterol and a swimming cap. And a swimming cap. Except for if you have a client that's going to do water aerobics. See, a person like that with hair color, they'll be fine. The reason why is because they're not going under the water. Only the lower body is worked out in the arms. Okay? Have you ever had hair color before? Is one of the questions I'll be asking the client. Did you or do you have it done professionally, or had you done it yourself? That's one of the main important questions, because we know that clients buy stuff at the grocery store, and they tend to, when the hair has regrowth, they tend to cover the whole head instead of just the regrowth. So sometimes you have layers and layers of black or dark brown. Then they come to the salon and they expect you to do a miracle because they want highlights. Okay? And that's where your work come in at. Okay? Thank you, Mr. Mark Munkers. This is Miss Becky Breda signing off. This is assignment Q. Have a good day. That's it.